What could possibly be hidden inside this pyramid, standing 480 feet tall and an astonishing 4,500 years old, that researchers felt compelled to send a robotic camera deep within just to catch a glimpse. A robotic camera came to a halt at one point because a stone slab now stood before it. Researchers believed that behind this slab a significant secret was hidden, buried for 4,500 years. They were determined to uncover this secret at any cost, so they attached a drill machine to the robot, which then drilled a fine hole into that stone slab. Now, a camera was sent inside this hole and it revealed a sight beyond the slab, a scene that no one had witnessed for the past 4,500 years. Viewers, in Egypt, a total of 138 towering pyramids stand, which for thousands of years have endured dozens of earthquakes and many dangerous storms. But it's impossible that even one of them has been displaced from here. Among these, the tallest and largest pyramid is known as the Great Pyramid of Giza, and the base area of this pyramid is 13 acres. This means, astonishingly, not just one or two, but 9 entire football fields can comfortably fit inside this pyramid. According to an estimate, this pyramid was constructed using a total of 2.3 million massive stones, many of which weighed as much as 50 tons. If its overall weight is to be estimated, this pyramid weighs 6 million tons, which is equivalent to the combined weight of 12 Burj Khalifas, but with such an immense quantity. What was the ultimate purpose of building such grand and magnificent pyramids? Thousands of years ago, when humans possessed no tools whatsoever, how were the walls of these pyramids precisely leveled inch by inch? How were 50-ton stones cut square lifted 480 feet without cranes? And what engineering was behind their creation that made these pyramids earthquake-proof and precisely set all their sides at a 51.5-degree angle? At their You'll learn all about these in today's video. So, let's begin with challenge number 1. For centuries, various research teams have been putting their heads together to figure out these pyramids' construction technique, wondering how each side was precisely aligned north, south, east, and west without a compass. Many experts believe that the architects of that era first sought out land that could withstand the immense weight of millions of tons of stones. Subsequently, with the aid of polar stars, those celestial bodies used to pinpoint Earth's poles, every side of the pyramid was carefully marked. There was no compass and no optical instrument. Only with this basic technique, thousands of years ago, the direction of this pyramid was set, and that too with absolutely zero errors. This is challenge number 2. The next challenge involved leveling the ground. The 13-acre plot where this pyramid was destined to be constructed, if its level was even slightly off, this massive mountain of 2.3 million stones could not have possibly stood upright. Now, to level this ground, the engineers of that era possessed neither a laser leveler nor a bubble level. Experts believe that by digging a trench on all 4 sides of the construction site, water must have been poured into it, and then the water level of one side must have been matched with the other. The sections of land that did not align with the water surface level would have been meticulously cut and smoothed using chisels and hammers. Numerous experts are of the opinion that the ancient Egyptians also employed a straightforward device which featured wooden pieces on both of its sides and a stone securely fastened by a rope precisely at its central point. If the stone touches the ground and its rope aligns with the center line, it means the middle ground is perfectly leveled. Challenge number 3. Now, at the pyramid construction site, the direction was already set, the marking was done, and the ground level was also prepared. It was now time to start the construction, for which millions of tons of heavy and large stones were required. But to cut these stones, they had neither grinders nor jackhammers. But still, they managed to cut 50-ton heavy stones and also gave them square or rectangular shapes, but with whose help ultimately? Yes, this was the only tool that helped cut the stones. Experts believe that the chisels used for pyramid construction were not made solely of copper, because they knew copper is a soft metal and cannot cut through stone. So, a chemical, arsenic, was also included. This chisel made from copper and arsenic. They were hammered with wooden mallets, and after many hours of effort, large stones were shaped. Challenge number 4. Now, this special type of stone, known today as limestone, was being quarried 250 kilometers away from the Giza pyramid construction site in the city of Tora. The problem was transporting these stones to Giza. Each individual stone weighed 50 tons, which is equivalent to 50,000 kilograms, roughly the weight of 3 passenger buses combined, and 2.3 million of these stones were meant to be used in just one pyramid. To transport such an enormous amount of weight, no animal could be utilized in that period, nor were any trucks available to them. Even if this monumental task had to be undertaken in our current modern age, transportation companies would encounter a considerably difficult challenge. Astonishingly, this entire operation was carried out by workers and with the aid of boats. Indeed, the river between Tora and Giza was utilized, and huge stones were loaded onto large boats and transported to the pyramid site. Experts believe this task was not easy. Loading and unloading such massive stones from ships would have required an army of at least 500 laborers all at the same time. Challenge number 5. The team of experts who were researching the pyramid's construction had now found answers to many of their questions. However, one particular thing kept bothering them constantly. The limestones were cut, transported, and during the construction, they had also started being placed one on top of another. The main issue was how these massive stones could have possibly been raised to such an incredible height. Many experts believe that the pyramid's construction was planned beforehand. It was either taken up via a spiral track or they ascended using a zigzag method. But one thing is certain, these 50,000 kilo stones were pulled up by an army of laborers. Challenge number 6, we're talking about millions of laborers. It wasn't just about cutting limestone with chisels and hammers or transporting such enormous stones. Inside this pyramid, compartments, pathways leading into them, and many small intricate tunnels were also constructed. Everything else seemed fine, but one thing truly astonished the experts. The stone used in the inner compartments wasn't limestone but granite. Yes, granite is a type of stone that is considered the hardest in the entire world, surpassed only by diamond. Even in today's modern era, granite cannot be cut without the assistance of very large grinders. Many archaeological experts from around the globe were invited to visit the pyramids, but no one could uncover any hint or clue as to how the ancient Egyptians 4500 years ago managed to cut such hard, solid stone like granite with such remarkable precision and smoothness. Finally, after many years, experts were able to solve this profound mystery as well. The Egyptians cut granite with such incredible precision using a saw that had no teeth. It was, yes, by placing weights on both sides of this toothless saw, it was moved across the granite and gravel was added in the middle. Experts believe that cutting such a massive stone in this manner would take approximately 4 months. What was the ultimate purpose behind the construction of the pyramids? Exactly how many laborers worked simultaneously on the building of these pyramids? And when a robotic camera drilled a small hole into a stone slab deep inside the pyramid, what incredible sight was then revealed within? Something no one had ever witnessed for the last 4,500 years. All these fascinating details and even more you will be able to discover in part 2 of this very video. A huge thank you to all of you for your loving comments and likes. We'll meet again in the next fantastic part of the video.